Hi, I'm Lara Croft, and I'm here to talk to you all about a game I've already covered, Tomb Raider 2. Hello guys, so I want to do a new Tomb Raider video. So my idea was to chat about the levels and insert me playing the game. So I played the entire game in one sitting yesterday. I recorded it from the screen because this is how we roll with old technology. I played the entire game all the way through from start to finish, getting every single secret, which is something I can do anyway, but I decided to play the game how it's supposed to be played. This is something I never do. I always cut corners. I always use the cheat codes because this is a really hard game. I even did the end boss properly. I can't do it. I've never been able to do it. But I thought I want to try and do the end boss, and I fucking did it. So try not to swear so much because my mum subscribes to me now and she likes my stuff. You know, when your mum likes what you do, that's really nice, isn't it? You know, you want to do something your mum likes. So the first level, I did talk about this, but talk about it again. Noisy AF intro, just so much noise. We already talked about it, but goodness me, is it loud? The game is just loud. Just how would you describe this game? Definitely on the loud side. Loads of action, dragons being impaled by spikes and fucking arrows, and it's just so action-packed, isn't it? So yes, so the first level, Great Wall of China, if you could call it great. Such a hard starting level. I just would not have thought they would put such a difficult level at the start of the game. It's so hard. It's really hard. So you slide down the slope, already no preparations. Not like Laura, she goes in, she stands there in the snow. You can just absorb what just happened. Nothing, just slide down the slope, then you can stand there and absorb the frightening thing that's just happened. So you come out a helicopter and slide down a slope. Oh, God. So you go forward to your helicopter. I love it. It's like he's buggering off now. I'm stuck here with all of this sound. Don't leave me here with all of this wind. So windy here. A little pool of water. Oh, there's a little pool of water. How very lovely. Right off the bat, just a tiger right away. He's a tiger. Say hi to him. He's lovely. Climb up, cut the slopes through a weird frigging pull-up sound effect. Just really weird. First secret's here. Stone. It's a stone secret. Progress a little bit more up, another tiger joins the party. Hello! I heard this was a buffet. It's all you can eat Frosty's experience. Drop down some water, pull a switch, gas on, a couple of crows. Oh, got a couple of crows, 3 crows. I often forget how many enemies there are in this game. My brain often remembers there's an enemy here, but it forgets the quantity of the enemy quite often. So 3 crows. Rah, 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 rah. Shoot those bastards. Yeah, bastards coming and ruining your day. So you could go down into a pool of water. I love the fact you can look when you move in this game. Like you can run and you can look sideways. You can dive and you can look above her. So you can see like a bird's eye view of her going into the water. It's really exciting. I don't know why it's so exciting, but it is. Into the water you go because there's a locked door on the Great Path of China. This tiny little path of China. Huh. There's a locked door. What do I do? Where's the key? Where could the key possibly be? I just don't know where it is. There's a pool of water with a little corridor down. It's in there. That's where the key is, just there. But pick it up and you've picked up my key. Is this time for me to come out and say, yeah, so you can unlock that and spider attack. Spider, 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 spiders again. I forget how many spiders there are. Is it 2 or 3 or maybe 10? I think it's 3 spiders. More speeders here. 2, I think, and then 1 sneaking up down the corridor behind you. It's so sneaky. They really put sneaky things in these games. Oh, something to pick up. Let's stop and pick that up, and you get rolled over by a boulder. There's just several things that they put in just for a laugh, just to fucking kill Lara, basically. Push a block and you slide down. You can go along the shimmy path and just go through the water and take all the blades in the face. It depends how nasty you want to be to Lara that day. Yep, make it to the other side. Crumbling platforms. Jesus Christ. I don't even really remember failing this part when I first played it, but this time I just died straight on the spikes. You run away from those boulders with the dramatic music just coming down. What is it with this level? It's so dangerous. So all these spiky frigging walls as well, like a secret right on the floor in the middle of spiky walls. It's so cruel. Traps that have been going for God knows how many centuries are still going now. Yeah, ziplining. Isn't ziplining really exciting? Ziplining is the new thing that Laura can do. It's just really exciting. I don't know what it is about riding a zipline, but it's just really fun. So you can take a detour down the longest, darkest ladder ever. Yeah, just darkness. What's going on? Is she even animating still? I just don't know. Go down there, fight 2 T-Rexes. One comes out. Hi. And then another one likes teleporting. Like a light a flare voice, you just have to hear her going in the darkness, which might be a lot of people's fantasies. The way she animates when she climbs the ladder, it's this really, who climbs a ladder like this? Do your legs really have to be this wide? So you can zip line across 2 more tigers. You hear them down the bottom, don't you, when you go into the secret zone. So yeah, what have I written down? Tigers. Very useful, Elsie. What did you want to say about tigers? I knew when I was writing it, I'll know what I want to say with tigers. No, I don't fucking know. Just written tigers. Tigers for the win. Anyway, so moving on to Venice. Venice. Great level. Speedboat in this one. I used to call it the Croft Crusader. This is what I used to call it when I was a teenager. I'm going in the Croft Crusader now. Still frigging hated this song. It's just not my jam. I just think it's a little bit aggressive on the violin work. I'm not prepared for it. I never am prepared for it. I never will be prepared for it. You realise how frigging hard the game is by level 2. By level 1, you're like, Jesus Christ, what's all these traps? Yeah, there's 100 billion traps in the first level. I cannot believe it's even a first level. But the second level, God, do they shred your health. Their guns just shred your health, and there's many moments where you can't shoot them because you're in the water, and they're just ping, 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 ping with their 52 billion foot long frigging guns, and their steel pipe costumes, and their tap shoes just stood there giving you sass, shooting you while you can't do fuck all about it. Golly gosh, it's just very dangerous. You can do it the proper way. You have to get the gate open. You have to do a shit ton of things to get keys and shit to get this passageway open down the center of the level. You have to put up with the aggressive violin work of the Venice violins. Can you just chill with the violins? Thank you. No triangular bees today. Thanks very much. And you just have to get this corridor open. You can avoid it altogether. There's a little room with a bastard with a gun and his tap shoes in the darkness, just hiding by the lever. But you can leave the boat outside and just swim under the door, and then you can take as long as you bloody want. It's really great. But this time I did it properly. But I couldn't get the boat down the corridor. I still made it, but I couldn't get the boat. Sometimes I drive it down like a pro. Yeah, bum, 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 get it around side of yeah, fucking going down. Give me some violins. I need violins to go down here. Thank you. I feel fucking great. In the speedboat, the Croft Crusader. This time I tried to get in the corridor and I just smacked into the wall several times. Just like a really like quickie. Can't even do it. Sounds like Psycho. Oh fucking hell. Larkin. Fucking bitch. Just the noise that makes you know you fucked it all up. So yeah, move on to Bartoli's Hideout. Bartolo, I used to think it was called Bartolo. Bartolo's Hideout. I tried to jump out and hit the side and just fucking cruised on past. The rats are like, look at that stupid idiot. Men with sticks coming down the corridor to beat you in the face. Fucking no, thank you. Pull the switch. This is where the guy knows where you are. Just comes straight out. He's looking. He's already looking. It's really funny. Already looking. I know she's over. So pull the switch and then there's a guy on the balcony is now released. How long have you been on the balcony for? I've handled quite quite a lot of this game this time without much fear. Several parts, no, I screamed like a girl. But there were some parts that I used to find a bit scary that I managed to handle quite well. This was one of them. I used to hate releasing this guy from the balcony, and then when he was running in to get me, his fucking tap shoes. He's fucking coming. Way! The door's open. I can finally come inside for the first time in 10 years. Do I have to go on the balcony of shame again? He's not actually coming to hurt you. He's just like, inside! His shoes hit the carpet. Oh, this is what carpet feels like. Usually I hate it. Get him before he comes in. I just don't like these. The men in this game, I hate them. Yeah, so there's a part where you progress on. You go through a glass window and you're on like an outside balcony thing, and a guy comes from the right and shoots you. This time I don't know what it was, but he turned around and started running the other way. See a little rat up here, a slope with some blades on it. I think I played the game how it's supposed to be played. I think you're supposed to slide down a slope and jump over these blades to avoid your legs getting chopped off. But I've never done it that way, and I just think, what kind of madman would do it that way? This part, I love it. It's just simple. Jump over the flames, but you need to know how. This time I fucked it up straight away. It's just really cool that you need to know how to jump here. I wanted to play a fun little game with one of the steer pipe guys. I dropped down after letting him out, and I just waited with my grenade launcher. And I just thought, as soon as he comes around the corner, I'm just going to throw a grenade at him and it's just going to explode in black and white pieces with a mask there somewhere. His little ponytail flapping in the breeze. And I just waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. I could hear him. Like, I'm down on the main floor. He must be able to sense me. And I just stood there and stood there and stood there and stood there. He's not coming. Why is he not coming? He didn't want to play with me. And that gave me a sad. He didn't want to play my game. My fun come round and get the grenade in the face game, which would have been so frigging fun for all the family, but he didn't cooperate and he just didn't want to play it with me. So I ran out and blew him up anyway. What a party pooper. It's crazy how you need to know things like you can't get the final secret if you've blown up the house. You don't actually need to blow the house up at all. This time I just left without blowing it off. So I like to take the detonation key with me as a little souvenir, basically. A detonation key from Venice. Look, I'm going to put it on eBay. Bartoli kissed it with his beautiful Bartoli kissing lips. So yeah, that's that level. Time consuming, but you need to know things on this level. And it makes me feel really clever. It makes me feel like a detective. Fucking know stuff like Jonathan Creek. So Opera House, yes. So I played this with a little more braveness. Usually this level sends the fear of God at me. I just feel permanently on edge. I just feel permanently like I've missed somebody or something, because there's an awful lot of enemies just hiding in the shadows in little rooms tucked off to the side. There's lots of lovely surprises in this level. So you slide down a slope, there's a swinging frigging crate in front of you, which never lose momentum. They're constantly swinging for thousands of years, just constantly on the go. Loads of darkness. This level is very dark. I think this is why this level feels so spooky, because I think this is the first level that's been really dark. Everywhere else has had a sky so far. Yeah, I've never really thought about that before. So you pull a switch, a trapdoor drops down. Yes, there's a guy with a stick in there. We know how much you hate those. To go over, spooky music. Do 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 do. This is already frightening enough. You do not need to give me your spooky atmospheric music. There's a door up here, the quietest door in the world. They obviously oil this door very regularly. So that door in there, we have to keep it oiled. It's a very special door. It has to be oiled. No squeaks at all allowed. It has to open. Really like ninja. It's a ninja door. It's open, but nobody knows. The lock is a bit loud. But the door is really quiet. It's in the Guinness Book of Records, the quietest door in the history of mankind. There's an area up here, more spooky music. Here's an area you might die on. You will fucking die here. I love this part. You just got to run across the collapsing platforms over this really high area. There's a cool room. There's so many visual things that I like in this game. Into the next level, the previous level, just parts of the same level that you get to later. But looking down, it's a big carpeted area. It's really interesting. I like this roof area. This roof area is one of my favorite parts in the game, I'd say. I always think about it when I think of Opera House, and often when I think about Tomb Raider 2, this little area will pop into my head. The bastard was hiding from me today. Usually you see his white shirt floating around in the darkness because he's got black trousers on and black shoes, so it's just like a floating shirt. It's very quiet here. Sometimes like how quiet the game is. It's just silent. The tap shoes in the fucking distance. And you hear them in the Opera House. God damn, is it so unsettling. Where are these tap shoes coming from? Yes, you jump out there and everything comes in. And two fucking dogs stand at the bottom and guy with a stick. I'm coming to beat you up now. I'm fucking coming. I'm climbing up on the roof. And the guy who I was trying to find comes out of the shadows. I am here. I was here all along. I was hiding behind the wall. So you go into the swinging box. The guy comes out, fucking come out of the Opera House trapdoor. Here he comes. You climb out, there's a new shirt hovering around in the darkness, a new shirt hovering around on the roof. Enter the Opera House. Again, like I said, it's one of my favourite levels. It's just an awesome location. Visually, it's very interesting. I just like the decor and the colours, and the layout of this level is very interesting. It's such a puzzle of a level. You've really got to know where to go. Like, I am pretty positive I played this game 100% on my own. I almost don't believe it, because it's such a difficult game. I know where every single secret is. How would I know? Some of them are so tucked away and obscure. I'm almost sure I must have used a guide, but I don't remember it. I remember clear as crystal I used the guide with the first game. But with this, I have no memory of how I played it. Why can I not remember more about it? It's all these sandbags as well, these freaking sassy ass sandbags just hanging. One time I got squashed by one when I jumped to a ledge, so I was a bit more like, oh god, don't think I can do it. I died a few times on things I don't normally die on. It was one where I just knew I'd fucked up. I jumped to something I thought was okay and realised that there was no floor. This is when I knew I'd fucked it up. There's a part where you can dive into a tiny little trapdoor. I always doubt myself, have to save it always before, because I'm like, I'm gonna misjudge it. But when you do it, is it really freaking exciting? When you land in the water, it's fucking awful. This is a really scary place to drop into. It's really dark, and then they play that music. The one really scary fucking piece of music that goes on just a little bit too long. It just outstays its welcome and goes on just a little bit too long. It's just so freaking scary. You're surrounded by water and darkness and it's really loud. This was such a loud piece of music. That was really frightening. It just made the situation 50 times worse than it already is. Even though I've played it 100 billion times and I know there's nothing down here to hurt me, this piece of music makes me think there's something in here to hurt me. See, there are some corridors here. There's some little rooms that just like to open when you approach them. Out comes a dog and a gunman as well. Down the bottom, a dog and a fucking guy with a stick. And in there, there's boulders too. This is a frigging area where I think there's boulders tucked away. If there's a little slope, I think there's a boulder on it. Sometimes there's a little room. What's in here? It's a fucking boulder. Like, I don't go in these rooms because like, they're dark and they're scary, and then they have boulders in them. And I don't think they even have anything to pick up. So sometimes I go in out of curiosity. Is there something to pick up? No. It's just a trap, basically. Opera House, sneaky, innit? Sneaky boulders, sneaky guys in rooms, tap shoe wielding guys, fucking guys with sticks, rats, swinging boxes, and a big guy at the end, running around. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He was being shot at. I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I just fucking know I'm getting shot at. So Opera House, one of my favourites, and I was a little bit more confident about it this time, but sometimes when I let my guard down, it was a mistake and I got scared. So fucking yes. The next level is yeah, it's offshore rig. I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure. I don't know what it is, but I really have to organise the boxes neatly. I don't have OCD or anything like that. I haven't got anything that I have to organise that neatly. But sometimes I like to organise the boxes neatly. So they really should thank me. I make their boxes look all neat and organised. So yeah, there's a guy with a stick and a guy with a gun. You have to get the guy with the gun to shoot the glass so you can get through. This is just a little bit fucking annoying. You can't jump through this glass. I'm hovering around the glass, running in a circle. The guy with the stick is running after me. I'm waiting for the guy with the gun to come, who is taking a fucking century. Can you fucking hurry up? So I got the key card, could open it up, now you turn off that fucking alarm. Can you shut the fuck up? Thank you. I like the beforehand. So you go through there, there's a guy behind you fucking comes in like a sneaky bastard. Then there's a door. It leads into the next level. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't think it goes doo, but my version does. Yeah, it comes out of the door and down. It doesn't run down the slope. It goes down. It's really funny to me. It just comes off the edge. I need to get some exercise in. I need to just drop down here. It gives me a little bit of arm exercise. No matter how fast you go, you can't make the door. I've tried every single time. See, there's beds in the next room. Massive beds. Push the blocks, push block there, push it and pull that one there, pull it, push it, push it, push. There's a ladder here, it's got a secret of it. The sky looks really blue, but when you get up it's like a sunset. It's really surprising. Ooh, it's a different sky to what I thought it was. There's a couple of boulder / barrel parts actually in this game that I really like. Believe it or not, I like them a lot. Guy caught me off guard here. Fucking forgot completely that there was 2 guys with sticks here. Yeah, push block and you got to go down, get in and pull the block and you got to get back in and push block. You'll get back in again and climb on the block and then you can progress on. Guy with a gun is beige trousers. His beige trousers. And comes the beige trousers man with his gun. Fucking bastard. You fill the pool with some sort of chemical and then you go swimming in said chemical. Lara, what is this you're swimming in? I don't know what she's swimming in. Slide down slope adventure into one of my favourite rooms actually. I really like this room. Slide down the slope and you can go right and you can hear it's a breathing sound. You don't sound like a breathing sound. It's quite scary really. It sounds kind of like pipes or something. Completely mighty behind the pillar. Makes these fucking invisible, doesn't it? Blue jeans, black shirt. Walked into the room and I saw your blue jeans. They were hovering in the darkness from afar. Come up to you and shot you with my pistols. And you run at me and shot me with your shotgun. Ooh, it was really great. Moving on. This is the level I can never remember the name of. Never ever. Diving area. Why can I never remember the name of this level? Diving area. So lovely. If you've got the music up quite high, it's like squeaks and bangs and turn the music down. It's so much louder than the sound effect. 2 guys from the left, 2 guys fucking running around over there. If they die on slopes, can't get their shit. You just have to look at it on a slope and be sad about it. Somebody timed it. It takes a 4 minute to climb this ladder. For a fucking minute. 4 freaking dogs here. This is what I mean by quantity of enemies that I didn't notice until recently. 4 dogs here. I hate the dogs. They're so startling. Not quite as startling as the one in the 3rd game. The noise that the dogs make in the 3rd game really shocks me. These are just so mad that you haven't taken them on walkies. I like the fact you pull switches and you see like a room change, but you see it from a camera view, and there's like dogs just walking around, and guys with guns just stood there inhaling. So yes, there you go, and the fucking guy with the stick comes out. I'm hiding at the side of the door. You just don't fucking know about it. Yeah, push block. There's a thing behind us. You can't fucking do anything. If someone else, what's there on the other side? It's like a blade. I can see red key card. Is that what I need here? I don't know. It's something you put in the wall. It's kind of a square, hole. Scuba divers. Just no. Fucking no. So yes, you pull a switch and that brings that ledge closer and you're like, I can get that key card. No, you can't. I don't like this bit at all. So now you can leave. More enemies have spawned in and they're already on their way to you. Now the dogs are coming. Now the guys with guns are coming. I just hate running up these tiny little corridors, hearing dogs and men running around and knowing they're gonna come and get you. No, there's men around here. I don't know when they're fucking coming. Sometimes they're there already. They're already at the fucking door. And sometimes they're still up the corridor. It's the thing I don't like about this. It's unpredictable. Even all these years, it's unpredictable in places. And to me, that's really frightening. Like, I know there's men and dogs, but I don't know their progress. Hates this room. Hates this room. Dropped in the first time, really confident, right, let's just fucking get it done. This time I was like, let's fucking do that shit, and I just got ignited. So, I just really had a good time with this level. It was really fun. So the next level is 40 Fathoms. So I say this level is not one of my favourites, and it really isn't. But there's things I like about it. I don't know how the fuck I figured this out. This is what I mean. Did I really do it myself? Because yes, you get guided by debris on the floor and then there's an anchor marking the way in. But it's so dark and so you have to fucking do it so fast because your air is going down. I don't remember doing it myself. I don't remember following a guide. I have very little memory of playing it. I swear I did it myself, but there's so much complicated shit in this game. I don't know how, because I know how to do everything. Know where all the secrets are and everything. But I just don't know. I wish I had more of a memory. But anyway, moving on. I completely fell down. I tried to roll to avoid the guy that comes out behind the pillar by the first secret. And I rolled to avoid him and fell down. The worst thing was, as I landed on the other side and I couldn't see any of the enemies, I could just hear them paddling around in the water. I could just hear the squeaky wrench and this paddling sound effect. I never do this, guys. I did it the proper way. Like I say, I played the game 100% how it was supposed to be played. I did everything how it was supposed to be done. It got to the point where I was like, right, okay, the flames come back up, and I was like, maybe I just have to go pull the original switch again, and I did it, and I was really proud of myself. So go through fucking Barracuda, hit the Barracuda. I didn't find this level too much of a drag this time. Usually I'm a bit like, this is a bit of a snore fest. I think it's because I was in a zone. I was like, I'm doing this properly, I'm not cheating. It kind of made it quite fun and exciting, like, to do it properly. So I actually didn't mind this level too much. It is fucking confusing knowing where to jump on these rock piles. They kind of all look the same. I can't tell what's slanted, what's flat, really. You can hear a fucking scuba diver. It's fucking awful. You haven't even gone in the water and it's already... God damn it. The fucking noise when you crash the rocks through the trapdoor. It's so fucking loud. God damn it. So the next level is the Recca Maria Doria. Great level, fantastic level. Very interesting idea. I like the colours and stuff going on. To start off, you're dropped into the water with fucking Darth Vader .2. Fucking there coming down a corridor at the side. I love the drop from the swimming pool floor. How are these henchmen in these locations? Do they use the teleportation machine to just teleport in? So yeah, the block pushing parts. I just find a bit of a snore fest. Push the plug, pull the plug over, pull that shit in there, push it in, you got to push it into the corner, pull the other block out and fucking get the switch. There's just lots of like pushing and pulling blocks into position, and it's a little bit boring. I love the part when you do all the block pushing stuff and you've got to run over that collapsing platform and there's these spirals that come down from the right side. This part's really exciting to me, and I like the secret here. You've got to climb up into the rusty alcove after you've just avoided the barrels, and because it's dark and rusty and the barrels are kind of rusty, you really don't see them. It's a very sneaky thing to just have these barrels roll down that you can't really see. There's several timed things in this game. You know, I hate timed doors, I hate timed things, but there's things in this that I really like. There's a switch you have to pull, it drops the trapdoor around, you just got to run around the room, jump and land down where the trapdoor would have been. It just made a little gap so you could get down, and then you've got to pick up the circuit breaker and get out before the trapdoor closes. I actually quite like these timed sections. I think they're quite fun. They feel kind of actiony and exciting to pull off. So there's lots of dark rooms in this. Dark rooms with men. Squeaky fucking wrenches coming out of the darkness. So boy, did I fuck it up here. God damn it. So I just didn't realise how dangerous the sharks were. I know that they hurt you and they bite, but I didn't realise how much. I didn't really have to fight the sharks and the barracudas in the water. There is a way you can lure them up through the trapdoor. You can stand on the trapdoor and the sharks and barracudas come up to you, and then you can shoot them through the trapdoor. But I didn't. I got into water with them and harpooned them. God damn it. Fucking bastard. Oh, shit.
Oh, what happened?
I got numbed by a shark.
Oh, God.
I don't know when I last saved it. Oh, God, when did I last save it? Oh, God damn it. I did so much.
Oh, shit.
I should have known to save it before I went in the water. Yeah. So you leave and then it's on to living quarters. So we're on to living quarters. Now, I said this is one of my least favourite levels, but I had a really good time with it this time. I think I was just in a good zone. I like the part where you have to go into the room and you hear fucking squeaks and shit. Like when you're waiting there with your grenade launcher waiting for them to come around the corner. It's actually really funny. The scuba diver just didn't want to come out, so I just ignored him and just went and played with the eel. Sometimes I like to blind it with flares just to get a good look at it and throw 20 flares at its face and blind it with flares. And there's like a kind of theatre area here. It's really cool. Oh God, fucking hell, get away. Damn it, look at these men. Bloody horrible. Oh, God. No, thank you. I don't want it. So then we move on to the deck. So I like this level. This is one of my favourites. I like the fact you go straight into the water. You can pick up a key there. Like, I was like, I could hear a guy flying through a guy and I didn't know where it was. Flamethrower guy at the top that I forgot to take care of first. I was wondering where the fuck he was. I actually really like this level. It is a bit time consuming to get going, but once you start getting into the big blue pool area, I really like this room. Guy hiding me on a block at the side. I like that when the sharks get triggered, one just appears. It's just swimming, and it just appears there. It's quite dark, so I think they hoped that you didn't notice, but it just appears. It just fucking teleports in. And you can leave. I don't get what a seraph is. It a seraph? is in the corner of the room. And it's just in an old crumbling fucking room in the corner. It's really weird to me. It's like, did you not want to just put it on like a little plinth? It's obviously of importance. I do believe we're moving on to Tibetan Foothills, which I know the name of now. Last time I didn't have a clue. This is such a fun level. Like I found my snowmobile driving skills were a bit on point this time.
Oh my.
There is the fucking deal with the snowmobiling fucking enemies, which I still don't like. I dealt with them a lot better this time. I was a lot more calm about it. I even fought the ones at the end on the floor with them, which I never do. It was actually quite hilarious, to be honest. Get away from me, you bastard. Oh, God damn it. No, go away. Back off. No, go away. So yeah, I had a good time, and then we move on to Bartoli Monastery. And yeah, this is actually one of the best levels, I would say, in the game. There's lots to it. It's quite big. There's lots of going around. There's lots of traps. There's one under the water that sucks you down. Usually I struggle with this, but I handled it really well this time. I was even quite shocked that I did it so successfully, because usually it gives me shit. I usually get sucked down the hole and that's it. The AI was going really weird. Not the AI, the NPCs, the monks were like appearing, disappearing, appearing, disappearing, appearing, disappearing. Couldn't handle it. Usually you can't handle the sound, but the monks usually are okay visually, but they were just like teleporting in and out. It's really insane. It's so glitchy. I even did all the traps first time without getting hit. I usually get hit at least once. I got through all of the traps without a scratch on me. I couldn't actually believe it. It's never happened. I even said I'm not good at this bit, and I got through every single trap without getting a scratch on me. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was so shocked. So I did really well this time with the game. I was just on a good flow. Did loads of things first time that usually take me a couple of goes. But yeah, this is a really good level. I would say it's one of the best in the game. There's not only points you think I'm bored with this, I just enjoyed the entire level. I will not remember this one at all. Talon or something. Catacombs of the Talion. Catacombs of the Talion. So, fucking excellent. Yetis. Snowball action. Snow leopard action. And in that fucking scary room you drop in and just hear Yetis. Just Yetis activating. Yetis activating. That's my favourite sound when I drop into a fucking pitch black room. Always gets hooked. This one just gets hooked and can't leave. Entertainment. Doesn't often come from the Yetis, but sometimes they do know how to entertain. Yeah, so there's some snowball action at the end of this. I actually really like it. You've got to jump up the ramp, backflip, and jump over the rolling snowball boulders. It's not something you have to kind of think, well, I have to get the positioning right. The game wants you to do this, so the likeliness of you failing is quite slim. So I'm quite confident about doing it. And it just feels really exciting. I hate the end where you've got to run through the spikes to leave the level. This is really hard. This feels like the game just being a bastard for the sake of it, because to me it's really difficult to get it to work. So the next level is Ice Palace. I like the fact there's a bell thing in it. You have to shoot the bells to open doors. I'm sort of understanding the springboards a little bit more. You kind of have to run on the hold forward. From what I can gather, I still don't really know 100% if I'm doing it right. So more Yeti action. Some Yetis I forgot about when you've swum through. Some Yetis I really forgot about here. Another one! God damn it! I like the avalanche bit where you have to run down the hill and all the snowballs follow you. I think that's really cool. Lots of high areas in this. You've got to shimmy over, and then there's the fight with the big bird at the end. So then you move on to Temple of Zion.
No fucking hell.
This level is absolute trial and error for me. Like, I've played it a lot, but I have a very vague memory of how to do parts in this game. I ran out of flares on this level. I was using my flares in places that weren't really dark because I was recording from the TV, so I wanted people to be able to see what I was doing. But by the time I got to genuine dark areas, I had no flares left. The room where you got to drop in with the tiger, I had no flares to drop into this dark room. And when this tiger came, I had to use my muzzle flash as a flare. Shit. It's really horrible when you don't have flares. You can't see anything. Well, shit. Oh, God. Where is it? Where is it? Where is? God damn it. So I ran out of flares on Temple of Zion, the worst level you could run out of flares on. I don't think there's much to say about Temple of Zion other than it's amazing. I made lots of errors, I died a lot and ran out of flares. Yes, let's push the block with the skull on it. What could go wrong? Yep. Oh, fucking hell! Oh my god. Okay, well, press the wrong switch first. I think it's this. Oh, it is. Whoa, tiger! Fucking hell! Shit! Fucking hell! There's loads of swords going off now. Oh, fucking hell! Oh, what else is going on? Am I still alive? How the fuck am I still alive? So, moving on to floating islands. I read a comment that somebody said this level was like an ultimate dimension kind of thing, like another world, which would explain the weirdness of it. I didn't really understand how to get to the disc down the bottom. I completely forgot how to do that. It's more a case of like, try not to die, because this level is really dangerous. Aggressively strong enemies, and I made fun of the ninjas, but when you're not cheating, they're actually quite tough. Their plastic cutlery just impales you so painfully. It's hard, it's a bit scary. I used to find it way scarier, but this time I was kind of okay with it. I still don't like those floating warriors. God, no. I did not want to go down here. Oh my god, I swear. That's not it. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Holy fuck. Then you move on to Dragon's Lair. I did the end boss for the first time without hiding behind the pillar. I've never been able to do it. I've always flipped around, side flipped and shit. I thought that just does not work. So let's try and treat it like the end boss of the first game and run around it in a circle. Now, this is still quite hard because there's holes in the floor, so you have to avoid those. It nearly ignited me several times and I'm surprised I didn't go on fire. It spotted at me occasionally. Get away from me, just do this with his hand. I've never seen it do it because I've never fought it like this before. So it was quite exciting to me. And I did it. It went down. I managed to actually get the dagger out of its stomach. No problem. The place is starting to collapse. And I was like a bit disorientated. where the fuck am I? I started to run and I was like running towards where I came in. Things are collapsing around me and I'm really far away from the end gate. I don't really want to save it. Yes, I fought the end boss, but I don't feel confident saving it now. I could get squashed by a piece of rubble. So then we're on to Home Sweet Home. That's really freaked me out this time. I don't know what it was. I don't like this level anyway, but it really creeped me out this time. No clue why, but I hated it. I even put the fucking violins on to give me something joyful to listen to. So I made it out to the gate outside and hung around the cars and waited for them to come to me, basically. I just didn't want to run around with a flare out and have my guns away. I don't know why it affected me so much, because you have to play this level the same every time because you can't cheat, so it's no different how it's normally played. But for some reason it really freaked me out this time and I couldn't actually go into the darkness. I had to wait for them to come to me and it worked. I went to the left side of the garden and waited, and then this thing started coming out of the darkness. I couldn't identify it at first and it was the guy with his guns. He was just sort of doing this. I think I couldn't really work out what it was, so I let them kind of come to me. I just couldn't bear to go into the darkness. It's unusual because I usually do that, but I just didn't feel confident this time. I completed it for the first time properly and I felt so proud of myself because it's actually a really hard game when you don't cheat. I always cheat because I love having the grenade launcher, but it did make the levels feel different somehow. It made me appreciate levels that I normally find a bit boring. I actually kind of liked them a little bit more. Bye guys, thank you for watching and listening. Toodaloo.